By undead, and she wants the party to go investigate and, if possible, rescue any miners that might have survived, offering gold for any surviving miners brought back to the capital, as well as a significant amount of gold for tangible information on what the why the undead attacked this mine, what they're after. After striking a deal with her for gold as well as bits of information, prearranged at least for information that may or may not be possible, some of it, they strike an accord, and after fetching some supplies, including brand new riding horses of seemingly very high quality, and naming and claiming each of these horses for each one, they set out to the north to the mining community, where they eventually followed directions kind of off the beaten path and up into the hilly, semi-mountainous region that kind of blends into the Pale Mountains, where the border gets a little fuzzy between the two lands. And they discover finally what seems to be the remnants of the mining community in the form of abandoned tents and supplies and equipment, as well as blood and body parts and just basically the general remains of what seemed to be some sort of pitched combat, but no trace of a living soul. And so as they continue further up the path, leading up the side of this mountain, they come across an opening that it starts to open up, and in front of them across is a shed and a cliff drop off, and to the left it curves around to what's sort of like a cove in the mountains, where you can see what looks to be the entrance to the mine itself, surrounded by what looks to be a writhing group of skeletons. And that is where we are going to pick things up.
DM, how many skeletons do we see?
You're not completely sure yet. They are kind of hard to count from this distance. If you actually look at your map, I'm going to reveal what you're seeing here.
I'm not scared of no skeletons.
I'm scared no ghosts.
I'm tired of the undead. I don't like them. I don't want them. I would like to return them. They're not nice. They're icky, and I do not want them.
Well, I definitely think we owe the Raven Queen some souls.
What?
All right.
I owe the Raven Queen nothing.
So you should all be able to see this.
Mm-hmm.
So to describe what you're looking at, so this is basically rock wall Sorry, my ping's not working. Hold on. So, like, this the gray area here is just basically a rock wall that goes up to different heights at different places, and but is effectively just a sheer wall. This over here, I didn't have a clear way to illustrate it, but this is basically a drop off. You can't really see from over here, but it looks like the ground just drops off completely over here. Here, you are seeing what looks to be a shed of some sort with a door closed. You see, some supplies and wood and an abandoned wagon, and then of course bodies that seem to be not moving and more like carcasses, just kind of littered around this area where it seems to be sort of a staging area for going into the mine and doing whatever activities they're doing. Over here, this is not an exact representation, but you're basically seeing a clump of these skeletons moving, kind of pushed around this door, looking like they're trying to get in. And over here is woods, and there might be a little bit of strip of land in the trees, but you can also see it sort of like dips into a somewhat steep hill pretty quickly right after this.
So the skeletons basically have their back to us, what you're saying?
Yes, as far as you can tell.
I look over at Stoic, because I know he is a fan of killing undead. And I just, well, shall we go and clean up the mess?
Oh, I would love to.
Then I look over at Easy. Easy, do you have another hot pepper for me?
Oh, my dear bear, I do. I have the spiciest of peppers for this bony predicament.
Ah, good man.
Easy. Also, and I would like to walk over to him and then place my hand on his shoulder and cast, not shield faith. I gotta find it. I brought it up at the end of last game.
The Warding Bond.
Warding Bond.
Yeah.
Yes, the Warding Bond. Wunderbar.
This will help protect you, but when you take damage, I will take damage.
Ah, flesh of my foot.
Everyone is over here touching each other.
Sorry you feel left out.
No, it's okay. You can sexy heal me later.
I like to say hints of Kenny G were flowing as he was.
So this was easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very quickly, easy, just to make sure it's you have to stay within 60 feet of Stoic for it to stay. You have +1 to your AC
Awesome.
and saving throws, and you have resistance to all damage.
Awesome. That's like it's like half damage basically.
Yes, but then
I take the other half.
Basically.
Oh, okay. It's divided. Got it.
More or less, yeah.
Looks like I'm getting really reckless in this one, guys.
Oh no!
You might be within 30 feet of them.
I'm leading the charge.
Lead the way.
You got your measuring tool, but you're like 60 feet at the moment.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, well, then we're good for this whole map then, right? Pretty much.
Theoretically.
Okay.
Well, if you guys would like to fight them, then let us proceed.
All right, I think we should try and sneak a little closer if we can.
All right.
Can we stealth any closer before we
Like
launch our
tiptoe?
surprise attack?
Roll a stealth check.
Everyone?
Yes.
Anybody who's moving, yes.
Ooh.
I'm going to pretend like that wasn't my idea because. Well,
Okay, boys, I
Can't
got
do
you.
that after rolling.
24, I got you.
22.
14.
6.
I did one better. 5.
Hey!
Hey!
See?
Apparently,
We are
I'm being.
Oh boy.
Living our best life today, guys.
Oh yeah. All those good rolls from last campaign, last session. Yep.
You're
We
just
wait.
going shopping.
Equilibrium restored.
totally different.
The bones
Okay.
can clearly hear me butchering the song "Bad to the Bone."
So good. Who gets?
Bad.
Oops.
Shut up, Izzy.
Oh, what? What's he talking about? It's my favorite song.
Okay. Very quickly, what were each of you guys trying to do?
Well, did you feed me that pepper? Easy, you do the thing.
Yeah, my bonus action was to give you the pepper.
Okay, I'm gonna eat it and just go along the edge of the cliff and get 30 feet closer.
So you're trying to go like this direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Stoic.
and it's an icy pepper, by the way.
Okay.
I was also trying to get about 30 feet away.
Like same around the like same area.
Hugging the wall. Correct.
Okay. Is anybody doing anything other than hugging the wall?
I was gonna try to see if I could stealth over to the cart, but I can't figure out my measuring tool to figure out the distance.
So you click it. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like the 5th option. It's a little circle with a ruler. So you just click it, and then you click one place and drag. Yep.
Ah, that's I see. I see. That makes so much more sense now. Yeah, I would like to stealth over to the cart.
Okay.
We know Sarah loves a good cart.
Okay, Valen.
Yeah, man, I'm only good up close, so I am going to follow with the wall huggers here and make my way as close as I can to the skeletons.
If that becomes our team name, I'm done. I'm done.
The wall huggers.
Well,
It is now. No, it's not.
We're a 90s cover band. We only play.
We only play Wonderwall.
Yeah.
Hey,
Only play
And
one.
poorly.
no.
but we play the jazz rendition. Only the jazz version.
Easy.
I'm also attempting to hug the wall, but doing very poorly.
Okay. All right, we're gonna. Let's see.
Probably since I have to be get like actually within combat range, I probably would be leading the wall hugger crowd.
Agreed.
Okay. All right. So you guys make it about that far before one of the skeletons seems to notice you. And
I didn't know what
suddenly,
to do with my hands. I'm sorry.
without a sound, the skeleton, all the skeletons suddenly turn their head toward you.
Oh.
And then you see out of the center of this
Uh-oh.
kind of group, you see one rise taller than the others
Oh no.
Good.
and lift up a head that has horns,
Oh god.
great horns coming out of it, and a longer skull face
Yep.
as it holds up a giant axe that it is
Oh.
holding as a large minotaur-like figure
All right.
stands up in the middle of the skeletons that are all staring at you and starting to move forward. I want
Okay.
you all to roll initiative.
Here we go.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, there we go. All right, friends.
Here she
That was-
goes.
No, that was.
God, I love that +7. That +7 is my favorite.
Okay. 15 and higher.
22.
18.
Got a 16.
Wow, good job, guys.
Nice.
Sorry, Sarah's 22. So who was 18?
Stoic. And that's with
And then easy
no
was-
initiative.
Easy was 16.
Yep.
Okay. 10 to 15.
10.
14.
All right. So Bear was 14.
Yep. And Valence 10.
Okay.
Glad you're in front.
Yep. Did a whole lot of good. Why are you passing me?
Valen just trips.
What?
In your defense, we'd probably be quieter if we weren't
This is
trying to
true.
talk to you.
All right. So if we can also switch to battle music if you are running it. These things are about to get real.
Oh, yeah.
Doug
Is
theme
that-
song, does that work?
That's the Doug battle music.
Yeah. The da, 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 da,
Yeah. Hanging on a trash can. Sorry, I'm
Bringing
sorry.
that one back. Wow.
Oh,
You're
no.
welcome.
That's a good memory.
Yeah, you're welcome. Happy to help anytime.
All right. Asura, you are up.
Of course I am. Of course I am. I'm gonna
Enjoying that
bust
alert
out
feed.
my new favorite arrows. Thanks
Oh,
to my
yeah.
sexy stoic. I'm busting out the first one. I'll tell y'all what it says later. I'm gonna use my longbow to strike that minotaur.
Strike which one?
The big minotaur, scary dude. Nat
Okay.
20.
Hey!
Do it.
There we go.
Alrighty. So that is going to be with my sneak attack bonus. It's going to be my D8 plus my 2D6. Would have helped if I had these set up before I got started, but here we are. That's an 8. That's a 9. Where's my 6? Where'd my 6 go? Come back to me, 6. I know we've had our differences, but we're friends again. Alrighty. Alright, so that's gonna be that was nice.
Double that
That's a
damage.
6 and a
Mm.
5
Ooh.
and a 6. 6,
Okay.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's going to be 19 points of damage to start.
Okay.
Is that doubling the dice damage?
Pardon? Oh, and that's before doubling.
So double the dice and then add modifiers.
Oh, that's okay. So that was 19, 18, 17, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, plus 17 doubled. Oh,
34.
math.
34.
34.
34 plus 2, 36.
36.
Wow.
Yeah. Take him
Dang.
down. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
that
those
sneak
arrows are
attack.
kind of handy.
It is that sneak attack and having alert. It's the really
Uh-huh.
it's saving me right now.
Uh-huh.
All right, so it's 36 points of damage on that minotaur thing.
Shoot, man. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So,
Call that arrow decapitator.
so Asura, seeing this thing rising up and wasting no time to observe the situation, just immediately lets loose a sharp arrow through the just whistles through the air, and you just see it hit the skull, and you just see it kind of like jerk back with like obvious force and everything, and then still move forward.
Oh god, I did what I could, kids.
He's hurt.
And then for my bonus action, I would like to use my hide action. Actually, I would like to use my dash action to get myself. Do I need to be closer to the guys, or do I need to be further away? Boys, what do you think? Should I get closer to you or further away from you?
I would hide behind shelter if I were you. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, don't group. Don't group.
Okay, I'm gonna dash behind the cart.
All right. Let's see here.
Actually, I can just use my movement to get behind the cart because I'm 30 feet, and then I'll use hide.
Okay. That'll work.
Do I need to roll stealth?
Yes, actually, sorry.
So that's gonna be 19 total.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Stoic?
So after clumsily trying to hide and making a bunch of noise, I'm going to run straight at the group.
Yeah.
Just gonna get it. And then probably realizing that that was a bad idea, I'd stop about 15 feet before I get to them.
Well,
And then I'm gonna cast Bane.
Yeah.
So you're moving 15 feet?
Yeah, I'm moving 15 feet. Like screaming the whole way and then like second thinking it. And just going like and stopping and then casting a distance spell.
Okay.
Which is Bane. How many skeletons are there?
From what you can tell, it looks like 4 with then the big one.
Okay, so at first level, I can pick 3 creatures. So I'm going to pick the minotaur and the 2 creatures to the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
The 2 skeletons to the
these two.
bottom. Yeah, and then they have to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. To beat what?
I believe 13 has to be the 13.
13. Okay.
That is correct. And if they fail, they have to take a D4 away from every attack and saving throw.
Okay. So. All right. So this one, we're gonna say. Wait. Let's see what's a good sign for that. What's the spell?
Bane.
That's right. All right. We're gonna use that for Bane. So that one failed. The other 2 succeeded.
Ooh.
Big guy rolled a nat 20. Sorry.
All right. And then, as a bonus action, I'd like to summon my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I can't attack with it, but I can summon it on this turn. Does that work on the roll 20?
It might take a second. But
Make some little magic, little glowing little token. Just put it up there and be like, look, it's a little heart.
But other than that, that ends my turn.
Let's see. Spiritual. Okay. It was a axe, is that right?
It's like you imagine like a circular saw blade, like a sun, basically. It's like a flat mace, like a flat morning star.
Yeah.
Earth,
Okay.
wind, water, fire, heart.
Heart.
Captain
Floating.
With their
Floating
fairies
sunblade.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hey,
All right.
We're just going to use that for now.
Yeah.
so pretty.
Actually, this one's better.
Yeah.
There you go. About to say it's always bigger in my imagination.
Oh,
It's only
isn't it
underwater.
always? Oh God.
Oh, yep.
All right, where are you summoning that?
I'm Expectations or reality?
Ping the map.
Ping the map.
Just right outside these two. I can't. One. There you go.
There you go. It's a good ping.
Melee range. I'm trying to get melee range on both the
Yeah.
skulls.
What's the range on summoning it?
120 feet. So
Yeah, I thought so. Okay.
it's good.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Cool. Nice. Easy.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to do an old crowd favorite.
Mhm.
It's a firebolt. So this time I'm like, bone also burns. So little wisp of fire comes up in the hand and I just like I kiss it away.
All right.
Let's see. I'm gonna roll for that. Give me a second. What is it? D20? No, not say D20 for hit. That's a nat 20.
Oh. Okay.
It's right. It's right there on roll 20. I did it. I didn't do anything.
All right. I trust you.
It's a nat 20, and so now I have to roll for damage. So that's a D10,
Man. Okay.
which was a total of 10. I had to kiss my flames away for them to work really well.
The kiss of a wizard.
They just needed more TLC. So that's 20 points of fire damage
Whew. This is at the.
at the Minotaur one, the big
All
one.
right. All right.
Good lord. Okay.
It's the big one. Like I go to kiss it away, it just like erupts out of my hand. I'm like, oh, like tension my hair, it's on my face.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so you take your hand up and they're just like and like that little breath noise you make suddenly roars as this bowl of fire shoots out from your hand, arcing through the air with like a stream of smoke, as it just goes straight into and light, basically like covers over and lights up the rib cage, and you're seeing it like kind of charred black now as the rib cage of this giant thing, and you see it kind of stumble again, kind of shake itself, and then still moving forward.
Oh,
He's a tough one.
Good hit.
Thick.
Okay.
I'm like, it's very
that all-
curious.
Is that all you're doing?
That's all I could do.
Okay.
Stay and put.
So it is the Minotaur's turn now.
Oh no.
Oh
Okay.
Lord.
So let's see what we got here. All right. So what the Minotaur is going to do, after all this happens and getting pelted by a couple different things, its head turns towards you, and even though it doesn't have eyes, it's like you can definitely tell you've got its attention. And you see it lower its head, and then like shoving skeletons aside, it charges forward straight at Stoic,
Oh
Oh,
no.
nice.
Oh no.
Nice. Love it.
barreling in with huge footfalls of this heavy skeleton in the dirt. You know, you hear this
Ah!
it comes charging at you, trying to gore you with its horns. And
Stoic
that
is suddenly
is-
wondering if spiritual weapons get attack of opportunities.
Nope, they do not.
I didn't think they did, but doesn't hurt to ask.
So that's a 15 to hit.
No. That is not it.
Whoa.
All right. Let me check something real quick. Okay. So yeah, you basically are able to just sidestep it just barely as the horns go whooshing right past your shoulder as you dodge out of the way. and it kind of comes to a stop right beside you and looks like it's coming around to attack again. Bear.
All right. Okay. So seeing this just happen, take out one hand axe and my new mace. I'm gonna start just spinning it around. I'm gonna charge the minotaur, and I'm like gonna do like an uppercut with the mace, like right up to his face. Mace to the face.
All right. Nice.
That's me. I'm not used to my mace yet. That is.
Do you have it
Where are
added
you?
to your?
There it is. Oh, no. Sorry, guys, I ruined it. That's an 11.
That 11. Sorry, I was also looking at the 11 does not hit.
Okay.
So you come up with this as it had come to a stop beside you basically come up with your new morning star and kind of arc up for this hit, but you just see it like reach its arm up and brush it out of the way.
Okay. As he brushes this arm aside, I take a swing with my hand axe. Not gonna throw it. I'm just gonna like try to get him in like the shoulder.
Okay. So this would just be, I believe, just a straight D20 without your proficiency modifier.
I thought it was just damage that is affected by that.
Well, you're not proficient with offhand with like dual wielding, so you'd also not have your proficiency for the attack, but you still get like your strength modifier for making the attack. Does that make sense?
So I rolled a 13. Do I get to add my my plus?
You'd add your strength, so it'd be 16. But
Okay.
you don't add a proficiency because you're not proficient with offhand attacks. Like with
I have
dual
two
wielding.
weapons though. Like, is that not a thing?
No, you need to be able to do
Well, you can
two
have
weapon
two
fighting.
weapons. It doesn't mean you're proficient in using them both at the same time.
I think.
It's the same thing as Sura has to do with her offhand stuff.
Okay.
You saying you've taken the feat two-handed weapon fighting?
Yeah, I got two weapon fighting as one of my feats.
Oh, well, I thought you were just saying you had two weapons.
No. I have the feat.
Then yes.
Okay. Then the two weapon fighting. Let me look real quick.
It says you don't add your ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack unless that modifier is negative.
It's not showing up. Did you add it on the
Two weapon fighting, when you take the attack action and attack with a light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand, you can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon that you're holding in the other hand. You don't add your ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack unless that modifier is negative. If either weapon has the thrown property, you can throw the weapon instead of making a melee attack with it.
So I do add my hit dice, but not my damage hit dice modifier.
You
right?
don't add your modifier. You don't add your ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack.
But I do to my hit. Right?
I don't know. It's all. I'm just reading the thing that pops up when you click it.
I mean, that's what I read too. What I took at me, I don't add modifiers to damage, but I can add modifier to like if I hit it or not.
Is it not? Is the feat not added to your profile?
It's on. It's on my. That's where I'm reading it on my D&D Beyond.
It'll be under bonus actions for actions in combat.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm having trouble finding it here.
Doug, how dare you not be omnipotent?
I know,
How
right?
dare you?
Letting us down again.
How dare you plan an entire world and then not know about
Miss
this
one thing.
Bush League.
See you attack.
After DMing for my first time the other
Oh,
week,
yeah.
I am never bashing on DM ever.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah, so that's not a feat. I think it's just saying This is how 2-weapon fighting works.
Okay.
You're saying you took a feat?
Sorry, well, not a feat, but it's like it's part of my race or my class. Like it's one of my things. I don't know what you would call it.
It's a thing.
Yeah, it's what I do.
Okay.
I think it's
Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're
Okay.
gonna do it that way. I'm gonna let you add your strength modifier to it, even though it says not to here. But
Well,
you're
I mean,
not gonna add your proficiency, and you're not gonna add any damage to the roll. Does that make sense?
We can play by the rules. I just didn't understand them. What is they? So according to that, what would you say? Like, what does that mean?
I mean, usually what it means for me when I'm doing it is we just don't add anything to my second roll.
Right.
I just
It's
do
just
a
a
straight roll and
straight.
hope for the best.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Yeah, we can do that. I just didn't know that was the rule.
Yeah.
So I don't
Go ahead
add
and do
anything.
that. Go ahead and do that, and I'll look it up anyway.
Don't add anything.
Yeah, you're just doing a D20 because you're not
Okay.
proficient, and it's not a thing that you, if that makes sense. It's not a.
Okay. Well, then the straight roll is 13.
So, why is it?
Are you doing the do wielder feat? That is a feat itself.
What he's talking
No,
about
no,
is
no.
in D&D Beyond, under your actions, it says action in combat, 2-weapon fighting, which is also in the manual in the very beginning,
195.
but it's not the same as having the dual wielding skill.
Okay.
So
That's
Because
what I
there are
wanted to figure out.
penalties to using dual wielding, so you have to do either a class or a feature that lets you escape some of those penalties.
Correct.
Yeah, so you take the attack action and attack with a lightweight melee weapon.
Yeah.
You can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon that you're holding.
Mhm.
And that's the other thing is I don't know that your Morning Star is light.
Oh, is it not?
I
I
think
don't
it's a
say next
heavy.
to notes.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
It is a martial weapon.
I thought it was just like if it's a one-handed melee weapon. That was what I was.
No, because there's a
No, it
difference
has to be a
between
light.
light.
It has to be
yeah.
light.
Okay.
That's why I can do the double dagger throws because they're two light
Gotcha.
weapons. But I
Gotcha.
can't
Yeah.
do a bow and arrow and then copy that with a dagger throw afterward because it's a two-handed.
Okay.
ammunition
Then
weapon.
can we? What's the word?
Yeah.
Retroactively not do that.
Yes.
That was a fun.
Okay.
That was a fun journey, everyone.
Yep.
Learned a lot. Grew as a person.
So I'm gonna do my Morning Star, and then with bonus action, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the Minotaur.
Okay.
Nice.
So this guy is going to run up here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my boys.
I'm gonna get rid of the Minotaur for a second so we can see. And this guy, like right here. And so first off, this one is going to be attacking bear.
Okay.
So he is attacking with his sword. That is not going to hit with a 6.
Nope.
So this one is also going to attack you.
Okay.
And that is an 11.
Miss.
That's not gonna hit. And these two are both going to attack Valen.
Oh, God.
Yay!
11,
Misses.
and the other one doesn't hit either.
Sweet.
Good gosh. Alright.
Did it.
You?
And as you guys are fighting, these skeletons, Asura, you hear a thud as over here the door bursts open,
Oh God.
Shit. That.
and 3 skeletons pop
God.
out of this area over here.
Oh,
See
God.
you like right there,
Oh God. Oh God.
and you're in plain view right there.
Oh God.
All right, so 3 attacks on Asura.
Oh God.
I'm squishy.
All right, 13.
Hits.
What?
The other two freaking miss.
Whew.
I'm gonna have to change dice here.
No, no,
Find you
you're
some
fine.
Sir, we're gonna have to find you some armor.
I mean, I had armor. The problem is that I'm not strong enough to wear it.
You should have come equipped with leather armor.
I have leather armor on, and it's a DC of 13.
Oh yeah.
I mean, an AC of 13.
Yeah, maybe I'll find some.
Get you some.
I have heavier armor, but then it gave me disadvantage, so I took it off.
All right. So that's going to be 5 points of damage.
Cool. That's fun.
Cool.
Love that.
All right, that is the skeleton's turn. So we're back to the top. Asura, what's going on?
You have made Asura very mad. I'm going to bust out my daggers, and I am going to do first attack on one dude. This dude. Can I ping it? Will it let me ping it? Hold
You can try.
on.
Make sure you have the arrow selected up on the top.
Yeah, I'm hitting it. I'm hitting it. Why won't you let me do
You have to hit it and hold it.
it? Okay. Oh, that's what I was doing wrong. I want to attack this dude with my dagger. Actually, wait. No, wait. Hold on. 2 seconds. I lied. I would like to use my short sword.
Okay.
Because I haven't used her that much. I'm going to use my short sword.
Do it.
Not great. No, okay, that's a plus 4. So 14.
That hits.
Alright. So that's going to be a 1d6 plus 2. I don't get any of my extra coolness. And that's a 6.
Nice.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 6 points on that dude. And then for my bonus action, I would like to hit his friend next to me.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
dude. Alright, that was a little bit better. So that's gonna hit because that was a 12 plus 4, so that was a 16.
Yep.
And that's another 4 points of damage.
Nice.
So that's good. And then with my movement, I'm just gonna deal with the fact that I'm a disengage, and I'm just gonna bolt around to the as far away as I can physically run, which is gonna be 30 feet. And that's
You know.
gonna get,
So you use your disengage to get off of one of them, but the other two will get opportunities.
yeah, I'm aware. Perfectly aware.
So what direction are you going?
I am just gonna go over somewhere around here-ish, I guess, somewhere in that
Roll
vicinity.
underneath the cart.
Can I do that? Am I capable of doing that?
Sure.
Give it a shot.
Can I roll underneath the cart and get to the other side of the cart?
Sure. You'll have to go prone, and then get back up, which uses half of your movement. So you'd basically be able to, let's see. So 15, probably get to like here.
Sorry, I moved to the other page. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'll do it. Let's be roguish. Woo! Let's go.
Cool.
Do I need to do anything special, or I can just roll?
You need to
Go
take
barrel
these
roll.
opportunity attacks.
Okay,
So the first one is 15.
that hits.
Second one is 10.
That does not hit.
They're rolling horribly.
Whew.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
All right, so the one that hit is 5 damage.
Oh god. Okay. All right. I don't feel great, kids. I'm not terrible, but I don't feel great.
All right. So rolling under the, so you take these hits as you roll, just duck and roll under the wagon, springing back to your feet and starting to run right at the edge of the drop off, which you can now see goes pretty far and eventually starts finally kind of, inclining a little bit in, but doesn't look like it would go well for anybody who fell down there. So, just so you know. Stoic, you're up.
All right, so I would like to move my spiritual weapon into hit that one because he should be within 20 feet. I haven't figured out how to use the ruler yet.
So you click on it. Yeah.
Tried that. Tried to click. Tried to hold. Didn't want to work.
You hold it and drag.
I'm gonna blame the Mac.
I am on a Mac.
Don't you dare blame the Mac.
Blame away, my friend.
Anyway,
Blame away.
But
right.
That one. That guy. That's the one that I want to
move it 20 feet. Is that right?
Yes, correct. So it should just be within range.
You are perfect.
So I'd like to move in and take a swing at him.
All right.
Which is 18 plus something. So I'm pretty sure that hits. That is plus 5.
That hits, yep.
So 23. And then that is a D8. Which is this one. That's an 8 plus 3.
11 damage.
I'm rolling good.
Very nice.
So 11 damage on him. And that is just my bonus action. So whether he goes down or not, I am going to sprint towards Asura up to 30 feet.
You will take 2 opportunity attacks if you do that.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I would like to get myself to the side of the, if that's within the 30 feet.
Yeah, you can get there to him.
Okay, because I'd like to get between him and Asura and then take a swing at him with my mace. Is my action.
Okay.
An action.
So the first thing, the spiritual weapon comes whooshing over and just cracks the skeleton in the back, and you see it like arch its back as bits and pieces of bone and everything kind of come chipped off and fly it with a crack along the dirt. It is looking pretty rough, but it is still standing. The other 2 are going to take 2 quick opportunity attacks on you. So the first one is a total 20.
That hits.
The second one is also a total 20.
As well.
And
Great.
That's going to be 4 damage and 8. So 12 damage total.
12 damage? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
No worries. All right. And I'm still going to keep that run.
All right, now you say you're attacking the
Yep. I'm going to go up there and take a swing with my mace.
Do it.
Which is... Ooh, that's a 10.
Total?
Yeah.
That does not hit.
Okay.
So you come running up and take a swing at this thing, but the skeleton puts its shield up and just takes the full hit on the shield with a clang. And it should be noted real quick with this as the adrenaline's pumping and as you were fighting the big one and everything, with this kind of large like metallic noise, it hits you that none of the skeletons are making noise. Like they don't make any like hissing or any sort of groaning or anything like that. It's just silent. And that's almost more off-putting than, war cries or screeches. It's like just silent death staring you in the face.
So they're not like creaking or anything, not just verbal noise, but like...
You hear a little bit of noise of the movement, but not like anything pronounced. It is just they're just attacking you without word or sound.
Okay.
Fun times.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
Easy.
All right. Feeling good about my fireball. But he realizes that his dear friend and Suda are in danger. So
You're in danger, girl.
that
You're in danger, girl.
danger, girl.
Girl.
And so
Danger zone.
I bring out the magic missile. I'm gonna do a level 2 spell slot for that.
Woo!
So four are gonna be flying out.
Mhm.
I'll do 2 at the first one, and that's that's right next to Stoic, and then I'll do 2 right to the right of that guy over there.
You want to ping him for me?
Yeah, I will ping. Let's do that one.
You
I don't know why it's
click
not
and
pinging.
hold. Click and hold.
Oh, hold it. There we
There
go.
you go.
And dead.
Okay. 2 of each.
Yep.
So you don't
2
have
of
to roll
each.
for attack on that. Just go ahead
Yep.
and roll
I'm just
your
gonna do
damage.
straight up. I'm gonna do 2 D4s for the first one.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, that's not good. It's 5, 6, 7 points of damage to him.
Did you add the +1 for each?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. 7 total for the first one.
So that's on this one.
Yep. The
Okay.
one right next to
And then on the
right
second
next
one?
to it. Second one. A 5.
5.
I rolled a 2 and a 1 on a D. Not good.
Not good.
Okay.
I rolled 2 1s, a 2, and a 4. That's not too good.
Okay. So as that familiar sight of you just flicking your hand out and these 4 darts just go like through the curving, arching through the air, just going straight through each of these skeletons, two in each one in quick succession. You see the green one just kind of like jerks and then falls into a crumpled heap as it is gone. And then the other one has similar reaction, taking one to the jaw and kind of snapping its head to the side, and then coming back around to stare at Stoic.
Yeah, I
Still coming
basically
forward.
shot him out and didn't. I felt so good about that big fireball before I'm going to celebrate. I'm like,
Nice.
and that'll be my turn.
All right. Okay. So that would be, well, the Minotaur is dead, so he's Bear.
All right. Easy. I know it's a cone. What is the stats for your ice breath thing?
So it is a cone of 15 feet. And it does, I think, if it's a save of a dex save of 14, I believe. Let me just double check. They have to make a dex save of 14, and if they succeed, they take half damage. It's 3d6s of cold damage.
That's if they fail or if they succeed. Oh, I guess 3 regardless.
They take damage regardless. They take half damage if they succeed. They take full damage if they don't.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, then I will, let's see. How do I do this? Okay, perfect. I'm going to do a cone on these 3 right here.
Okay. Yeah,
Just-
you should be able to.
I'm going to take the pepper. I'm going to, oh, this does not taste like pineapple at all. It's like a minty pineapple. Well,
Alpine apple.
how pineapple?
Alpine.
Okay. So is that a saving throw? Is that correct?
I think it's at a dex.
Yeah, it's
saving
a
throw.
Dexter 14 dex saving throw.
14. Okay.
Rolls are back in session, yo.
Eh.
All right. So this one saves. This one saves.
Of course.
And this one saves.
Oh,
Wait,
Man,
Doesn't the other guy? Didn't one of them have Bane on him though?
Yes, that's correct.
The first one did, yeah.
Yeah, and you haven't moved your
Those,
hunter's mark yet. You can move him to another person.
Well, I was going to do that, but it doesn't. I can't deal damage on a spell attack. Only on melee attacks, weapon attacks.
It's a minus D4, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay,
Correct.
so you said he has to be a 13?
Also correct.
14.
14. So
Well,
that lowers
you
it
got to
to
beat a 13.
12, so that guy fails.
Awesome. Okay.
In this one.
The guy that fails takes 15. Yeah, 15 damage.
Ooh.
Wow. That's a good
And
roll of 3 d6s.
I got 2 6s and a 3.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right? So I guess the other two
Stiono.
take 7 damage? 7 or 8.
I think you round
out of, 15, you said?
Yeah.
It'd be 7.
Okay, yeah, so the
7.
other two take 7.
All right.
Hmm. Jeb, deliver your best Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze line.
Oh, good call, good call.
Freezing hell, freezing hell, freezing hell.
Oh, so much pressure! As they take, like, I see frost building up, I'll just go, take it, Larry. It's a cold day in hell for you 2, 3, or 4.
Oh, man. All right, so as you say that and let loose this burst of icy arcane energy, this first one right in your face just takes the full brunt of it, and you just see it basically in mid swing instantly, like kind of freeze up and stop moving, fall over and shatter on the hard dirt. You see sorry, I'm trying to mark it here. All right. The other one manages to get a shield up and still takes a good amount of damage, but is able to kind of ward off some of it on this one. But this one is also not as fortunate. This one already being hurt quite a bit at this point by the spiritual weapon. Takes the another brunt of that force and is just from this point being further away. It kind of turns it, like it freezes bits of the air and shoots like ice shards into it. You see it just kind of take almost like a machine gun hitting it. You see it kind of like, and then fall down and stop moving.
Yeah.
Deb, I'm upset you didn't do that everybody chill line.
Everybody chill.
I'm not good on pressure. I wasn't prepared for that.
What killed the dinosaurs?
or what's the one that let's kick some ice.
Kick some ice.
Everybody chill. All I got, Doug.
All right, cool. So that's Bear. Valen, you're up.
I was raising my quarterstaff to hit the one that just went down. We're like, all right, and swinging the other one beside me now. Ooh, that is a 12.
12 does not hit.
Dang. Well,
So that one already having its shield up from the force of the thing sees you taking a swing and just moves its shield over and blocks the blow again.
well, I will do an unarmed strike for the bonus action. So just one unarmed strike against it. Oh, natural 1.
No!
Yeah. Woo! That's
Gotta be
fun.
2 sides of the coin. That's always
Uh-huh.
the coin.
All right. So for that one, you go in to strike, and again, it just continues its motion down, bringing its shield down, and you find yourself punching the shield. It definitely is not a pleasant feeling.
Nope.
Your hand throbs a little bit, and it's like just bone on metal
Oh.
as you're hitting it.
Do we all look up? Like, is it loud enough? And we all look up and over.
I mean, sure. Yeah.
Totally meant to do that.
Mhm.
Okay. That's what I got.
That would do it.
Okay. It's the skeleton's turn now. So, all right. So this one is going to attack Bear here.
Mhm.
So that's a total 20 to hit.
Okay. Yep.
Four damage.
Alrighty.
The other one's attacking Valen for a 19 to hit
That hits.
and 5 damage.
All right.
All right. So then the other two, let's see. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So this one actually dives in after you.
Oh, come
crawling
on.
under you just hear this like as it's like shimmering under the just belly crawling under the wagon
Whew,
and
that's
popping
terrifying.
up after you to take a swing at you for 9 to hit.
It does not. Oh! Oh!
While the other one steps up and attacks Stoic
Bring it.
for an 11.
No.
All right. That's it for them. Asura.
Yeah, fuck this guy. I'm gonna use that short sword again since me and my new short sword are getting acclimated. I forgot I had her. So I'm gonna roll. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Woohoo! All right, and then I'm gonna do my 1d6. Ooh, and that's a 6 plus 2, so that's an 8.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna roll around and swing it again. That's a 6.
Swing it again.
Yeah, so hit it once and then turn around and hit it again. Since it's a light weapon, I can do 2 attacks.
Well,
on
you
it,
can
but I don't-
attack with a different weapon in your hand, a different light weapon in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then I'm gonna use my dagger. Either
Yeah.
way, it's a 6, and I'm not gonna hit.
Okay. I'm just clarifying.
Yeah. Thank you for the clarification. It doesn't hit.
All right. So as it stands up, you basically bring your sword up and just you hear this as you hit, like you just swipe it across. It's like rib cage section, actually knocking a few of the ribs off completely, and seeing it kind of like stumbling a little bit, but still coming at you. So that's okay. And then the other one, but then it as you take this other one, it's able to take its own sword and whack it off, barely missing your hand as you're coming off, and just kind of luckily getting the blade to take your dagger to take the sword, but is able to parry the dagger barely.
All right, and then I would like to move, not to disengage, but I would like to move.
Okay, where do you want to move?
I want to move closer to Stoic while still staying in engagement. So like
Okay,
pivoting.
like that.
Yeah.
That.
Sure.
Have that.
Have that.
Okay. Stoic.
All right, so spiritual weapon to the next one closest. To our monk here, right here.
All right.
And take a swing.
Do it.
Which is 14 to hit.
That hits.
Yes. And that is Also an 8 plus 3.
Ooh.
That is an 11.
Man.
Dang. So as this one like curves back around through the air, it basically comes around this huge whack, and you actually see the skeleton's skull just go flying off into the dirt as it crumbles and falls dead again.
May the light shine on you. Then I'll take a mace swing at the skeleton right in front of me.
Okay.
Which is 15.
Wow.
15 hits.
Yes. That one mace is a D6. That is a 5.
5 damage.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this one, you come this big overhand swing right down on the skull, and you actually see it cave in as the head just kind of like shakes a little bit as it falls and
yes,
is down.
All right, Stoic.
Nice.
I'm on a balance board. It's really hard to do a victory dance.
Easy. Unless you're doing anything else.
Let me see. There's no more bad guys, right? They're all dead?
There's one more.
Oh, there's one more.
There's 2 more.
Yeah.
Two more.
2 more.
2.
Asura
I didn't see the other
and
one.
Oh, yeah,
Bear.
yeah,
This
yeah, yeah.
one.
Oh, the one in front of Bear. Okay, I didn't see the.
Gotcha.
Yep. I thought it was just a little bit of rocks.
No.
No. Yeah, I was just caught up in the moment on Stoic's awesome fight there. I was just imagining the theme song, his theme song being from Collective Soul. Heaven let your light shine. It's like smashing things around there.
That's right.
Whoa! Oh man. And I will. Oof, man. I'm gonna do another firebolt. I'm gonna send to the baddie towards Asura, and I'm gonna hope that it does the same thing. Give one a little kiss and see what happens. That's a 21. Not nat 20, but 21.
Nice.
So
Yes, that hits for sure.
that hits, and I roll a d10. Do I add anything to the hit dice for Firebolt? I can't remember.
No.
Okay, I didn't think. I thought it was straight up d10, right?
Right.
4 damage. 4 fire damage.
Sorry, which one was this now?
The one right next to Asura. The one that crawled under the cart like a creepy thing. And so I was like,
so
freaked
4
out by
damage?
it. Just 4 damage, yeah, of fire.
All right. So you let loose another firebolt that arches through the air with that kind of hissing noise. As it comes right between Asura and the wagon, Asura feels the heat on her face for a moment as the fire bursts into like kind of crawling all over the skulls.
I love it. I'm fire resistant.
And you see this kind of fire stay for a second, which is like weird on a skeleton face. Where it goes out and you just see this charred black skeleton face looking pretty rough, but still coming at you.
Did my best.
Anything else?
I appreciate you. Thank
Finally
you.
feeling warmed up.
I give a wink and a thumbs up to Asura.
All right, Bear.
Okay. First thing first, move in Hunter's Mark to the dude right in front of me. This guy.
Okay.
And gonna try my fresh new toy, my Morning Star again.
Okay.
Here. Okay, that will be. Hey, that's a 24.
Yeah, that is.
Nice.
So that is. Oh, and that's D6. That's a 4 plus 5, 9 plus 3, 12.
12. Very nice.
But I swing it around like this, and I try to like hit him across the skull with it as I come across.
Okay. So you come with this kind of long, this whooshing sound as the morning star comes around and cracks it right up on the skull. You see this big chunk of the skull just go flying off, and you see it like kind of turn back at you, looking really rough, as like part of the like basically the skull is like fractured all the way down to the eye, like not fractured but like gone.
Okay.
Big chunk of it gone.
Clean.
Still coming at you.
Dang. All right. Okay, that's all I got then.
All right, Valen.
I'm gonna go for the one right in front of Bear, and with the quarterstaff, and I'm going to basically baseball swing towards the skull.
Okay, do it.
Using a different dice this time. There we go. 21.
Yeah, that hits.
And oh, there we go. That's much better. That is 10 points of damage. Yeah, I think it's 10.
That'll do it.
Yep. 10 points of damage.
Yeah, so as you come in behind it, as you're seeing this kind of half skull coming at you, you see this with a flash, you see a staff kind of whoosh out in a blur of motion, and the piece that's like that's remaining of the skull just goes so it's just basically the lower jaw. It just kind of falls down, then falls off as the rest of the body crumples.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you learn? Do monks know how to kill undead things? Because you're super good at that too, by the way.
Super good.
It's kill one thing, you've killed them all.
Anything else you're doing?
That's how that works.
Made me a little sad.
I will kind of start. I'm gonna move about halfway towards the door. Not fully towards the door, about halfway.
Got about 20 feet left, so.
Yeah. That. Oh wow! Yep. That full 20 feet then.
All right. Right there. Okay.
Well, I actually have 40 feet of movement, so I mean I took 10 feet. So I'll go ahead. I'll just go and go up all the way up to the door.
Okay.
Touch the butt.
Okay. So now it's the last skeleton's turn. So the skeleton is going to it actually basically reaches out for you and grabs at your the front of your armor and starts pulling. I want you to make a strength just a straight strength check.
No.
Oh, shit.
Y'all. Oh, okay. 18.
Wow.
Nice. All right.
Good.
So with as you hear that, you feel these hands grasp onto your armor. You feel it make a huge heave backwards, like it's trying to pull you towards that cliff.
No.
And
No.
you basically are able to get a hand on the wagon wheel and just lock your grip and hold on enough so that the skeleton can't pull you off.
Oh. That was close.
Oh my god.
So,
I found
Asura,
it inside. Yeah.
it is your turn.
Oh. Alrighty. Am I still is this considered grappled right now?
No.
Okay. Cool. Great. Awesome. Because I would like to take my short sword and just like cleave him upright to send his body into the crevice.
Okay. So make your attack.
Okay. This is my short sword. All right, so that's going to be a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Alrighty. And that's going to be okay. So that's a 4 plus 2, so that's 6 points of damage.
6 points. All right. So you basically with one hand still on the wagon, you take the sword and just give this big kind of upward swing, and you just see like it goes straight through the I forget what that bone's called.
Sternum.
Yeah, as the rib kind of pops open and everything, and with a kick, you push it backwards as you see it just go tumbling off the edge of the cliff.
Yes.
Took a tumble off the cliff.
This is Sparta! But not really, because copyright.
Except it's just a mine.
They called it a mine.
This is Minecraft! But not really, because again, copyright.
So you are getting attacked by zombies, near a mine. It's not a far stretch.
It's fine. We're fine. It's fine. It's all fine. It's fine.
Yeah. It reminds me of one of my favorite music jokes. What happens when you drop a piano down a mine shaft? You have A flat minor.
What?
What?
Yeah, you have A flat minor.
I appreciate that joke for both the terrible pun and the terrible music pun.
That was awesome. Oh, that's good.
Yep.
Real nice.
All right. So now, as this kind of clearing, this site falls silent suddenly, just as soon as it started. You find yourself standing in the midst of this sort of staging site at this entrance. Valen, you are looking at this door.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Let's do it. Okay.
What do your human eyes see, Valen?
We're still outside, so a lot more. 16.
Hey.
Okay.
Not bad.
What you're seeing is it's not fancy by any means. It's just a practical but seemingly sturdy, somewhat thick wood door. And you can see just tons of scratches and looks like axe marks and things that have as these skeletons have been apparently trying to get inside. And so but it's apparently sturdy enough to hold them off at least this long.
Mm-hmm.
But it also seems to be locked from the inside at the moment, and that's what you got.
I put my ear up to the door. Do I hear anything?
Make a perception check.
That is an 11.
Okay. So you put your ear up to the door. Again, you can tell it's kind of thick, so it's kind of hard to. You get the impression you wouldn't be able to hear all that well anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But after listening for a second, you don't hear anything but just a faint breeze kind of passing through the clearing.
Okay. We have a locked door here, guys. What do you think we should do?
Pick it.
I'm with the rogue.
No, that's your expertise.
But before I do that, I want to lean towards Stoic and give him a little kiss on the cheek, or at least attempt to, and say thank you for the arrows. Thank you for the arrows and the assistance.
Stoic will dodge and run straight towards the
Dodge.
to go see if the Minotaur had anything worth taking.
Okay.
Whoa, is that a minotaur? Boom!
Smooth.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Okay, so make an investigation check.
Oh, crap. I don't. It's 4 plus something, which isn't much. 4 plus 0. So
Okay.
just
Yeah. So it
I was
looks.
distracted.
Yeah, it looks like it didn't wear much in the way of clothes or equipment or anything like that in the first place. Being a minotaur of some sort, and so it didn't really seem to have anything on it. The only thing it was carrying was this gigantic axe of dubious quality.
Ah, nuts.
I'll pass on the accident. Does he still have his horns?
Yes,
Can I?
they are definitely seemingly aged but intact.
Can I attempt to cut him off?
Sure. Roll a let's see,
Yeah.
this would be, we'll say, a survival check.
That I can do.
Survival.
So that is a 22.
Hey!
I got
Okay.
survive. I got a +5 on survival.
Yeah.
Are we gonna decorate our mansion with it?
No, I
Yes.
drinking cup. Thank you.
Awesome.
So it'll take you some time while everybody else is doing other stuff, but you're able to get both of the horns off.
Right.
Not having a saw, it's gonna be kind of a jagged, separation, so to speak.
Clean them up later. Right now, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to get them.
Yeah. But you've got two fully intact old minotaur horns.
For clarification, who's got the bag of holding? I know we have one. I don't know who has it.
Easy.
I'm sitting there eagerly waiting for you to drop the minotaur.
That's what I was
horns
hoping
into the
for.
bag.
Here you go.
I'm very excited about these minotaur horns. The wizard, I am very excited.
You can have one if Bear doesn't want to attach it to his hat.
Ah,
Like a unicorn, just the one though.
When I get my helmet, then we can talk. But on my hat, no.
I'll hold one for you. Easy can have the other one.
Mm.
Like
Yes,
a
it's a
unicorn
giant
with the
fashion
curls.
Or like a ponytail, like a backwards unicorn.
Like a backwards unicorn.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Oh man,
Okay.
All right.
that's perfect.
All right.
I want to do two things. First, seeing Stoic look over at the axe, I want to just do a quick investigation, see if it's something I would like to use in the future.
On the axe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty old and little bits of rust on it and everything. It would be very hard for you to use.
Okay.
You
Just a little marbles miss for you.
might be able to kind of heave it into a swing, but it basically
Gotcha.
be like a disadvantage because it's I mean, the thing is comes up to your chest and it's just like a very wide head of the axe and
Gotcha.
everything. It is not made for a creature your size.
Cool
You could
beans.
probably do it because you're a Goliath, whereas Asura would have no hope.
All right.
But it would be disadvantaged, so I don't. It's up to you.
Now, seeing that it's bigger than bear size, I'll pass, and I'm going to approach Asura, and as bear, I want to say, may I look at your wounds and stuff, and may I pray, meditate to heal you, basically. And I hold out my arms for her to grab.
I don't like grabbing, but a gentle caress doesn't hurt. Sure.
Okay, and then do you put your arms up?
Do I place my arms up?
Yeah. What are you doing?
When I'm just gonna delicately put my hands out, I guess.
Okay, I grab her. I do the medieval handshake, and I grab her forearms. And how bad are you hurt?
I'm I'm knocked down about halfway right now.
I can give you 20 maximum. How much do you need?
I can take. Just give me 10. Just don't give me 20. Just give me 10.
Okay, so I grab her forearms, and I like kneel down, and I like, and I give her 10 hit points.
Okay.
So wait, I'm painting a mental picture. Are you doing like a Roman handshake where they do this?
Yes.
Yeah, the forearm.
Yeah, cross-armed. So you're doing
Yeah.
cross-armed then, like this way and then that way, because you're going arm. Okay, just clarifying.
Now there's
Thank you.
2 sexy healing hands. What am I going to do with myself?
Well, I blush and I walk away.
I like that everyone is shy when I try to flirt with them. I'm going to head over to the door to do 2 things. First, I would like to do an Arcana check to make sure there's no bloody magic on this door.
Okay.
Check for traps.
We're going to check for
Yep.
some. We're going to check for some.
Well, checking for traps and checking for
It'd
magic would be
be
different
more.
things.
It'd actually be more of an investigation check. I understand you're looking
Okay.
for magic, but do that. Yeah.
Correct.
All right, I'm just looking for traps. I'm looking for traps
Yeah.
that are going to be bad. That's fine. That's a 17.
Okay.
Pretty good.
As far as you kind of like examine it very carefully and looking it over, as far as you can tell, there doesn't seem to be any traps on it.
Cool. Then I'm gonna try to pick this lock.
Okay.
What do I add for my modifier? Just my
Should be
proficiency or
your dex plus proficiency.
dex and proficiency? Okay. Would it help if I rolled in the correct place? Oh, okay. So that's dex and proficiency. So that's going to be a plus 4, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22.
Nice. All right. So you find that this lock is a little heavier duty and larger than what you're accustomed to working with. You know, it's made for, it's almost like more of a construction type thing versus the kind of locks that people typically use, like the average commoner. But after some time, you know, after 10, 15 minutes of working with it, you're able to figure it out and almost breaking your pick in the process because it's larger and heavier duty. But you're able to work it and get it. And you just kind of hear a louder than you're accustomed to, like as the lock comes off, and you're able to not off, but just undoes, and you're able to push open this kind of heavy wooden door, looking into what looks like a pitch black tunnel, in just from the light you have outside remaining in the day, like going very quickly into pitch black darkness, straight down a tunnel.
And even with dark vision, that doesn't help.
It lets you see just a little bit further until it goes pitch black. And with that, we're going to take a quick break.
Oh.
So we'll take a quick break for, necessities and drinks and whatnot before we enter and go into the mines.
The mines.
See you guys in a little bit.
All right, see you in a few minutes.
I have learned to be invisible. Invisible to those who have something I need or want. Invisible to the guards. Invisible to my enemies. I have even accomplished something no thief before me has. I have become invisible. invisible to myself. For I cannot bear to look at my own reflection. But is this all there is to me? Is my invisibility simply matching the hollowness I feel inside? I have to know who I am. I have to know if redemption is possible. So I will use all my power to seek that which terrifies me the most. To truly be seen. And perhaps along the way, slit a few throats of those who do not deserve to be seen.
Hello, and welcome back to the Everwind Chronicles. Hope you had a good break, but we're going to jump right back in. As the party has just finished fighting the skeletons that were apparently trying to get into the mine, picking the lock, and opening the door as they stare into the quickly fading into darkness tunnel beyond. That's where we pick things up.
Okay.
Well, boys, it's dark.
Well, we have these lanterns now that I have a lantern at least. I think somebody else bought the lantern.
Yeah, I have a hooded lantern.
The bullseye, yeah.
Yep, I got a bullseye.
Actually, Bear, I was hoping you may assist me. I know
Okay.
I know our gods are not the same, but I was hoping we could lay the skeletons to rest. And DM, does that tunnel seem to go downhill, being a mine?
Does seem to be there's a slight incline.
Okay. I was thinking we could lay them to rest with a funeral fire as well as light our path at the same time. If you'll help me load these skeletons into the wagon.
Not my wagon! You'll burn my wagon! Don't burn my wagon!
I thought we could light it and roll it down the mine. Light our path.
Don't hurt my wagon!
Wait, I'm all for helping you put them to rest. I think that is the smart thing to do. But light the wagon on fire. Something does not seem very wise about that. But hey, if y'all are into it, let's do it.
Easy, we would need your help in this. So are you you support this idea or
This is wunderbar. This is great. I approve this message completely, and I cast Mage Hand
Oh my god.
to help. I'd say as soon as because Mage Hand can only hold up to like 5 pounds of weight or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty weak.
It's pretty weak. It can't hold much, so it's not going to be able to steer the cart down the path freely. But it'll. I'll hold it as long as I can to to shake some fire around as it's going down, so it puts more sparks and ambers down as it goes down the mine shaft.
I just feel like one more thing. Again, if y'all want to do this, all for it. But the skeletons were trying to get in, right?
Da.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good point.
So
Probably getting out of the mine.
right.
Mhm.
I mean, let's bury the skeletons. Yes, we could do it. We could burn them out here, but I don't want to throw a flaming wagon into the mine.
That's a horse of a different color.
It creates a diversion. If it's
Yeah, no, if the miners are hiding down there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bear, don't ever let me downgrade your wisdom ever.
I just I look at Stoke with like joking, but like also the most serious look on my face. Like that's what I'm here for.
This is why I was single for so long. Learning.
I would still like to take care of the bodies, at least to set them on fire. I'll start collecting the bodies, not in the wagon, but
I'll assist. I'll help him with the bodies.
Sure, yes. Let's make a giant bonfire to let everyone in the vicinity know, hey, we're here and we're alive and we're about to break into your mind. Yes, this sounds like a great idea. I love your plans. They are perfect. They make total sense.
See, Asura's on board. Let's go for it.
Asura,
I hate you. I hate you.
we can't just leave them there. We can't.
We
These
can
were
leave
once
them
gold,
anywhere we want. They're dead.
But they were once alive.
I got an idea. How deep is the cliff on the side right there? How far does it go down?
Well, far enough to where the one I kicked.
It starts inclining maybe 30 or 40 feet down and continues down for probably like hundreds of feet, kind of slowly leveling out eventually, but like with trees and boulders and stuff along the way.
See, it's like it's already built. The grave has already been made for us. We can just push them in.
Yep. I was gonna set them on fire down there with the firebolt, with the kindling. We can just dump kindling down there. I can snipe it from 120
Listen,
feet.
I'm a
is as far as I
demon,
can
and
go.
I'm not even that into fire. Like,
Still compiling them. We may not have to set them on fire, but I do think that we need to say, please. So, like, I will continue to put them in a pile if Bear's helping me.
Yep, I'm with you. I'm helping.
All right. And
the mine? I want to go in the mine.
I will meet you there. I have to have these souls passed to where they belong.
Well, while they're doing that, can I go check out the shed?
I was going to do the exact same thing. Yeah.
Sure.
Bear, you got this with me?
Yep.
We're gonna do some prayer stuff.
Yep. I'm gonna take my great sword after we get the bodies pot up. I'm gonna great sword in the ground and kneel and just kind of pray.
So it'll take you. So you're doing the skeletons and the bodies, like of the apparently the miners around.
I don't give a shit about minotaurs.
Miners.
Talking about the miners.
They're unholy.
The 49ers.
Oh no, the miners, yes, not the minotaur. I don't like minotaurs.
Okay.
They're unholy.
Okay.
They're just misunderstood.
Okay. So it'll take you a little while to gather them up. Maybe 30, 40 minutes to gather them up and pile them and everything. We'll say 30 minutes. And in the meantime, you guys are both checking out the shed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Roll. What are you doing? Just looking around?
Rummaging through, seeing what's in
She's
there.
been dicking
Can...
around.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. She's always dicking around.
Yeah. Make an investigation check.
Okay. 15 for me.
16 for me.
Okay.
Oh no! Sorry, what happened to my kid?
We lost him. He fell down the hole. I'm not risking everything.
He's yellow.
I'm back.
Ooh, you are yellow. There we go.
There we go.
I don't know what
It
happened.
was better for the red, though. Actually, if you can put yourself in blue, that would help. Actually,
Yeah.
Don't know how I did that, so I can't do it again.
Okay, so you open the shed and you see immediately you're greeted with a rather pungent smell as you see what looks to be another body in the corner that is definitely long dead. Looking inside, you see a couple of empty barrels. One had like a look like I once might have had like a powdery substance in there, but it's pretty empty now. There's shelves that are mostly empty. There's a wooden cup and what looks like a slightly spread out and incomplete playing card deck. There is a kind of rusted pickaxe in the corner. What is surprising is that it does not seem to have everything around it has like a layer of dust, like it hasn't been touched in quite a while. Like where you were expecting to see like mining supplies and stuff like that might have been used in this operation, you're not seeing really anything that seems to be touched recently.
That is not good. I still want the cup and the playing cards. Let me take those.
Okay. So they're incomplete. So they're not. Yeah. Okay. So you kind of, I guess, blow off or brush off the dust of them, and they are a little flimsy from being kind of exposed to humidity and different, not a very environmentally protected shelter. Yeah, really old playing cards. Okay.
Well, and I have a very uncomfortable idea about all this.
Oh, what is that?
This shed, if the mining operation has been halted relatively recently, should not be this barren nor this covered in dust.
Yes.
Even if it was a couple of weeks of inactivity, it shouldn't be this bad.
No, this is years worth of dust.
I don't think they are mining down here.
I guess we were about to find out. And
Is it possible to take a short rest before we go down to the mine? That'd be an hour, I think, right?
You can do whatever you want.
I mean, we've already spent half an hour collecting bodies, so
Well,
what's another half hour?
That wouldn't be rest for them.
yeah.
It was easy. Were you part of collecting the bodies?
Nope. I pulled up a nice log and took a sit in the pipe and started reading. I like to read. I like to collect. I like to get some of my spell slots back.
So are you taking another half hour to give some of the party a short rest, or are you taking an hour and a half to do the bodies and the whole party a short rest?
I'm fine. I'll be all right.
good. Yeah.
I don't need a short rest. If he just wants to chill out and take a rest while the rest of us are doing shit.
Okay. So then Easy, Valid, and Asura, you would get credited for a short rest.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
I mean, looking through the shed's not really a heavy activity.
Mm-hmm.
But having deep, quiet conversations can be. Although, Valen, I do have to ask you something.
What is that? Sorry, what is that?
Why did you choose luck to be our new deity?
Well, I haven't chosen anything. Just feels uncertain right now whether anything was really chosen at all, whether she chose me or whether I chose her. All that I know was that back in that temple, after the game to enter into the temple, I felt a presence. It felt like it was from Ixie. I've never felt that before.
Just be careful.
Oh, there's no jumping on just yet. No, not full 100% jumping on. Just seeing where this is going.
Just keep both eyes open always.
Thank you.
Mm.
I will try to do that.
Luck is a fickle mistress.
Not really accustomed to anything to do with luck or chance. Usually feel like it has been through our own hands and through discipline and hard work that gets you what you want. So to have something kind of, it was rolling dice and beating a goddess at a game of chance. Like there was no discipline involved with that, and to actually have it succeed, just something that I've never felt before, never experienced before.
Again, just eyes open. You might have beat her, or she might have lost on purpose.
That's an idea.
Just don't rely on luck to get you through. You have trained and worked hard. Use that first.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Good talk.
Good talk.
And scene.
Sarah's had enough conversation. She's ready. She's going to leave now.
Yep. Ready to go to the mine.
Mm-hmm. And start like getting my pack pulled together and get my lantern pulled together and all my bits and bobs.
I'm gonna while me and Stoic are taking care of the bodies, I'm gonna like pay careful attention to Stoic in like what he's doing, but more specifically his attitude. Like, is he doing it out of reverence? Is he doing it to like be done with it? How respectful is he being of the bodies? How genuine is he being right now?
Stoic.
Oh, I'm being pretty damn reverent. Like when they're alive and moving, absolute hatred. Once the evil is expelled, I guess, like just sorrow and pity. There's more pity in my face than anything else for the people that they once were. So very careful, very sorrowful.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a mental note. That's all. Just studying.
Okay. Okay, so as you guys, you've gathered the bodies into a pile, and I'm just leaving them there like that?
Yeah, we're just going to pray over them, I think, and if we have time on the way out, we'll do something more.
Okay. Okay. So having rested up and stacked the bodies and skeletons into a pile as best you can, you guys are headed into the mine.
Gonna light my lantern before we head in, just to be safe.
Gonna light my fire.
You got a spotlight.
All right. So, walking into the mine, it doesn't take you long to get to a point where you realize, like, it strikes you how quiet it is inside. Whereas those ambient noises that you take for granted and get accustomed to while outside or even indoors in a house or city are absent here. As you go further down, the wind or air movement lessens, and you feel a very it's just kind of a slight incline, but as you're walking down, you feel coolness start to set in. just slightly as you're walking, as the light from the entrance starts to fade behind you. And it only takes you about 50, 60 feet or so before you're basically effectively around you in pitch darkness. Aside from the lanterns and whatnot that you've lit, which allow you to see a little ways down the cave. What you're only seeing kind of a rounded, pretty obviously kind of carved through a tunnel going down, periodically broken up by large wooden beams that kind of hold the tunnel in place and try to help prevent collapses and things of that nature. So you continue, huh?
What's it smell like?
It smells, right now, it smells just slightly like a little bit of a damp smell. Just slightly. But honestly, it's also a mix of that and weirdly like a dryness of dust. It's like there's...
So nothing unmine-like? Like not like rancid decay or death?
Make a perception check.
Oh, the 5.
Yeah, I mean, as far as you can tell, no. Honestly, it's more of a lack of smell.
That makes sense.
Than anything else, but
You seem normal.
yeah.
Really congested from all that bone dust.
Smells like mud.
All that bone ash.
Bone ash.
Right. So you continue walking down as the pathway kind of curves to the left a little bit. You quickly lose sight of the light behind you. Now surrounded by darkness, making your way through this. And it takes you probably a couple hundred feet until you reach a point where it seems to branch off to the right and left. Which one do you want to take?
Can I listen out to see if I hear anything?
Make a perception check.
16 total.
With 16, you hear the sounds that your group are making are pronounced. Like the movement of leather and metal and cloth and equipment rattles and all those things that you might have heard the louder bits of in a normal circumstance. It's like you're hearing everything. Because it is just silent, and so you're even hearing breathing as you guys are kind of making your way down, with every footstep being louder than normal, and that's what you hear.
I will once again grab my silver flame symbol, and I will use divine sense to detect celestial, fiend, or undead.
Okay. And that's within
60 feet.
Okay. So mark off your second use of that for the day.
Yep.
So, taking a second and clutching your symbol, you guys see in this kind of pronounced darkness just that faint glow under his fingers as he closes his eyes and reaches out with his mind to the kind of immediate vicinity around him for 60 feet. And you don't detect any of those presences.
I guess I'll let go and just look back at the group and say, sorry. I got nothing.
Alan, you still have that coin that we got from the temple?
The coin that we got from what?
I thought the Ixie insignia was like that of a coin, wasn't it?
Actually, you're talking about the holy symbol?
Yeah.
You made it out of leather.
Well, I made the necklace. What's the holy symbol?
Oh, it just seems to be like a kind of a pewter, like a low grade pewter.
Oh, never mind. For some reason, I thought it was a coin. But that was,
No, we found some coins. There's random coins, but we gave them to
that's what she was.
the priestess.
Never mind.
Mhm.
I was going to see if Alan wanted to draw on his luck to see which direction we go.
The thought had occurred. I think I might actually try to do that. It's more like an internal thing than actually saying it out loud, but saying something to Ixie along the lines of, I have no idea what to do. We have these two choices before us. If you could give us some kind of direction, clarification, I have no idea how this works, but anything would help at this point. All in kind of internal to Ixie.
Okay. So you're just kind of standing there praying internally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as they're talking and everything, you're sitting there, they're praying, and maybe you're kind of paying attention, maybe listening, sort of internally.
Yep.
But you don't hear anything but your thoughts.
Alrighty. Well, while we all stand here staring into the abyss, Bear, 1 or 2?
Two.
Left it is.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
Everyone left?
Maybe
Sure.
as good a choice as any.
Easy, do you have any little magic wisdoms, or we just go?
I was thinking about rolling the dice a chance, but that seems fine as well. Looks good to me. Yeah, all I can
Alrighty.
investigate. I can't. Survival's not my.
A thought has
Yeah,
occurred
and
to me.
I'm getting nothing.
A thought
Yeah.
has occurred to me, and I get down the ground and try to investigate and see if there's any footprints leading in any direction, and maybe if there seems heavier traffic in one direction over the other.
Okay. Make
Do you need
a
assistance?
survival check.
Survival.
Yep, survival's
Whew,
second
there we go.
footprints.
22.
Hey.
Hey!
All right. All right.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
that dice is in play for the night.
So with a you basically stop everybody as they start to move to the left, and take a second with a lantern, kind of getting down close to the ground on each direction, and taking a look at the dirt. And you do see what looks like movement. It's hard to tell exactly what, but it does seem like there's disturbance of the dirt in both directions, but it does look heavier on the right side.
As I seem to notice more foot traffic going toward the right, maybe try that one instead.
But you don't want to go down the road less traveled?
We can. It's still up for debate. I am not saying we have to go right.
I don't have an opinion. I just want to go.
Okay, I just start walking right then.
Well, then we follow the monkey monk.
Yep.
I'll cast a frost spell on the left side. Okay.
What'd you say?
Never mind. That's a bad joke. I casted a frost spell on the left hand
Nice.
side.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Of course, we're heading down a dark tunnel, and I can see probably 5 feet in front of me, if that. Just
Yeah, let's
someone
not
with
put the non-dark vision haver.
Actually, you know what? I have my bullseye lantern out, so I'm
That's good.
I'm okay. Yeah.
I think
That gives me.
I'm gonna go instead of our normal walking order. I'm gonna go in last. I want to. If someone attacks from behind, I want to be ready.
Fair enough.
Then who's in
Who's
front now?
first?
Since
I mean, unless somebody wants to overtake it, I start walking down the tunnel first, so I'll take the lead.
Go
I do
right.
have a lantern out, so I can see.
Okay. Second.
I'll
I'll
go.
actually. Oh no! You're smart. You go second.
Third.
I'll go third.
I'll go third. Oh, sorry.
No. Okay, you can go third. I'll be in the back with Baby Bear.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So you continue walking, making your way down this, going to the right side. As you see, the path winds a bit more and levels out in places, goes down a little bit in places. Never like a heavy incline or anything, just seemingly just kind of making its way through. Still broken up by the beams periodically, but very similar feeling. Nothing really doesn't seem like there's any landmarks or anything like that at the moment. Just more tunnel, and you walk for a ways and eventually reach a place where it looks like the two tunnels seem to intersect, creating basically four like an intersection of four different tunnels, with the one you came down and three more.
Making a choice again? Is that what we're doing?
I hate making choices.
Going to
I
do
mean,
the same
Bianca
thing?
would tell us
So,
to the left, but
It's up to you. Like you can investigate each of these and try to see if there's something different at each one, or you can make like a survival check to try to track what you think is the heaviest pathway at each one you encounter.
yeah, I want to use survival to
Yeah.
check where we are, see which one's the heaviest. Continue on the heaviest tracked path.
Same here.
Okay.
Ooh,
I'll assist you, Asura. See if you want to go ahead and roll
I'm pretty
advantage.
good. I mean, that was a 19
Okay.
total.
Ooh.
Very good.
All
All
right.
right. So after kind of a quick glance with this one and looking at paying attention to the different paths, entry to the different paths, it looks like the heaviest traffic seems to be going straight ahead. So you continue on.
Mm-hmm.
So you walk for a while, probably 45 minutes in at this point. You're just kind of making your way down these tunnels and past several more branches or intersections. It seems like there's this kind of a network of sorts. And you realize that if not for tracking this, it'd be pretty easy to get lost in here.
Mm-hmm.
As you encounter more and more kind of branch offs and intersections and things like that, and but eventually you come to a place where the tunnel opens up, and you see before you a bridge going across a chasm of about 30 feet.
Not more bridges.
It looks like a wood rope bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't see, you're not able to see the bottom of the chasm.
Can I hear water rushing? Is there any
make a
water?
perception check.
We know about me and bridges and water. I don't like them. That's for 17 total.
Okay. So you take a second to listen, and you're still just greeted by dead silence.
Well, at least no water. I look over at Stoic.
Can I inspect the bridge to see if it looks stable?
Yep, make an investigation check.
It's dice and everything.
It's a bridge.
Rope and wood.
That's a 9.
It's a 9.
Yeah.
It looks old. It's hard to tell for sure how well it's built or like what its current integrity is.
Well, looks safe to me, guys.
Outside of the tunnel behind us, it's like the only way we can go, right? Like there's nothing off to our left or right on this side of the bridge. It is the bridge, and then like the tunnel continues on.
As far as you can tell, yeah.
Yeah. So it seems like we need to cross it, guys.
I would like to go first
Do we have rope?
Yes.
because I am light.
Easy agrees on this.
However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that rope, the long rope that we have.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna tie myself a cute little harness. I'm gonna hand bear the leash.
Okay.
Bear, if you drop me, I swear to all that is good and holy in your universe, I will hunt you down. I will kill you. I will haunt you for the rest of eternity.
That is a lot of pressure, Bear.
You can
Yeah, a little bit.
you can trust me. I look over at Stoic and Valiant just for make sure you can trust me.
Yeah, if there's enough room, I'd like to get near the rope as well. Slips.
Yep.
So I can
My
reaction grab on it.
My two sexy healing hands are going to hold me. I like this. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna real ginger-footed cross this bridge.
Okay. So you step out onto the bridge and you feel just a slight sway as your movement moves the bridge just a little bit, and you hear this kind of creaking of the ropes and of the wood as you're stepping across this thing in this dead silence. It seems really loud. There's just this. As you're just slowly stepping out and getting to about halfway, taking a couple more steps, feeling like a little bit more sway in the middle, and as you are moving, and then make it across.
I just breathe the sigh of relief and let go of the tension a little bit.
All right, I untie myself and just okay, all right.
How far
Who's
did you
next?
say? How far did you say the cat? You said it was 30 feet across.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it's not too bad.
Well,
I'm still going last. You guys go first.
I go.
All right. I guess I'll go next. I'm kind of light-footed-ish.
Go for it.
All right. And I also will tie a small rope onto myself and loop it onto the rope that's existing between Bear and Asura. And I'd be like, "This is what you do, it, gal."
Oh, I'm gonna hold on then. Okay, I'm not strong, but man,
You
if
can
I'm
tie it
not,
on. Asura, tie it onto your horns or onto the post.
are there any stalagmite situations that look secure?
No.
Okay.
The bridge itself is kind of bolted into the wall, and so there's not really a post or anything per se.
Okay, I'm gonna just
Oh, okay.
hold on. Just gonna hold on.
Hold on. All right.
Yep.
And I make my way across. Need to roll anything?
No. So you
All right.
so you step out onto the bridge again, hearing this super loud creaking. and that kind of unnerving sway as you make your way across this bridge with absolutely nothing below you, but darkness. And gets about halfway where that kind of swaying is like a little more intense as you're moving across it and everything, and not feeling completely confident in this. Who knows how old, rickety bridge in the middle of a mine, but you take a few more steps, and then a few more, and then you make it across.
All right. So there's nothing to fasten the rope onto on, I guess, the bridge itself, huh?
But the bridge is bolted, so if the bridge goes, the rope goes.
Valid point. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to do to keep it secure on the other.
Just hold on to it with me.
Okay, I guess me and Sir will be holding on. The weakest of the strength people.
Stoic, would you care to go next, or are you going?
Pretty heavy. I think you might be the next best bet.
Okay. Make my way across the bridge.
All right.
Very intentional steps. Very, evenly just across the bridge.
All right.
Use that monk training.
Yeah. So I'm going for.
Yeah. So, Valen, as you are making your way across, it's you're kind of struck with the sudden memory of training in with various ropes and boards and different things that they have back at your temple, and you just have this memory of kind of dealing with kind of flexible, aerial situations like that. But it also strikes you that those were well made and made to be safe and not break, and who knows how long this has been here. And so while you're confident in your balance, not so confident in the strength of this bridge as the creaking just echoes through this chasm with with every step. Even as you step lightly, you feel like one of the boards bend slightly, and and
I pause each time that happens, just like okay.
So you get to about halfway, feeling a little less sway than the others as you are making your way out, but still kind of unnerved at the swinging of it, just caused by the slightest movement as you go. Then you make your way to about 3/4 of the way there. And then the rest of the way. Here we go.
I hate this so much.
Doug!
This gives me the kind of anxiety that's just like deep soul anxiety.
See, I'm not even waiting for the bridge to break. I'm waiting for something to come out of the chasm because I know, Doug, that's what's going to happen. If anything happens, the bridge is fine. Something's coming up. Yep.
Don't tempt fate. Don't put ideas in his head.
Well, they're already there.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna look at Bear. I'm gonna go, well, swords, parchment, anvil.
Explain the rules again. I don't know how this game works.
Just on 3, throw out swords, parchment,
okay,
and the anvil.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, stop. Okay, again. 1, 2, stop.
Okay.
Your choice. Do you want to go or you want to stay?
Oh, I told you, I'm going last.
All right, my turn, and I run.
You run? Okay.
Hey, 3 people have gone. Well, I don't run, but like gingerly pace.
Gingerly
Power walk. You power walk.
Granny power walking.
So you're going faster across?
Well, I'm not tiptoe. I want to like give the illusion that I'm not scared.
Okay.
Freaking the hell out, but I want to give the illusion that I'm not scared by like trying to go a little bit more confident and faster.
Okay.
You're just gonna bravado walk across it.
Yes, that is the word. I am walking with bravado.
Okay. So you step out onto this bridge, now understanding why it's making so much noise as the boards kind of bend under your weight.
I'm not understanding anything. It seems safe.
As the ropes and boards creak a little bit louder now, as you are trying desperately to maintain this bravado while also being very aware of the boards bending under your feet with your weight as you are trying to make your way across this bridge and getting to about halfway. And you start thinking, yeah, this isn't so bad. Kind of puffing your chest out a little bit further. And that's when one of the boards breaks. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
No.
Oh, that one. Okay, hold on.
Oh, no.
It's a 7 plus whatever. You said a dex save?
Uh-huh.
Not a con save? So
The bridge did not poison you, no.
Yet.
That's a solid 7.
7?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So as your chest puffs out and everything, you're like, yeah, no problem. Like you feel your gut like lurch as the board. You suddenly have nothing under your feet as you fall through this bridge and basically hit your arms and face on the board in front. Make an athletics check.
No.
No. Oh, that's a little better. That's a 17.
A 17. So you basically are able to as you hit it, and it kind of stuns you for just a second with the smack to the face. So you're not able to fully grasp the edge of the board as you go out, but the other hand has that rope that the others are holding.
Thank God.
So you're able to maintain that, but Bear and Asura.
The other people are helping me.
Yes, I am helping Easy and Asura.
I'm not holding this rope on my own.
We are assisting.
All right. So Bear, make an athletics check.
Okay.
And Asura, make an athletics check with advantage.
Oh, dang.
Good.
So not bad.
Okay, good.
13.
15.
Athletics.
13.
All right, 15.
15 and 13. You
13.
said? Okay. So you guys see this happen, and you just feel the rope like Asura. You feel for a second it like pull you forward as if it's going to take you with you, but it suddenly stops as Valen and Easy also grab onto the rope. Bear, you feel it lurch forward, and you actually slide forward slightly on the dirt as you're like. But you're able to get your stance back for after a second. So now you are hanging by this rope that's now pulled down between the slats, like about this far. It's like this is like the bridge, and here's your hand, and you are dangling now by this rope.
I'm gonna take both hands on the rope and try and slowly like walk backwards to raise Stoic up.
I would like to do the same. I tell the boys to help me create a little more tension to help up trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
All right, make another athletics check and another one with advantage.
Hey, that's
Thank you.
23.
Nice.
All right. That's what's my athletics? My athletics is a plus 1. Oh, it's only plus 1. That's a 13.
13. Okay. With a 23.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So that's so So you're able to pull it up. I mean, there's no like pulling up per se because you're not obviously not pulling it up. You're just trying to basically create tension to bring him up enough to where you can get your hand on the plank,
grab it
in front of you. Yeah, get your hand back on the plank and everything. So there you are now, holding onto the rope and the plank.
Right. Can I try and pull myself back up?
Yeah, make an athletics check.
Boy.
Okay. 16.
A 16. All right. Yep. So you are able to, with the combined effort of the rope and just basically sheer upper body strength, you're able to kind of get your hand up on that plank and just pull yourself up and get a knee up there, and now standing on the next rickety plank.
This gives me so much anxiety.
I know.
Bear, it's not as stable as it looks.
What? Say that again.
Not as stable as it looks.
It doesn't look that stable.
Think thin. I will continue. Across the rest if I can.
Okay. So you all right, so you take another step, hearing that loud creaking, which is all the more unnerving now. Just waiting for each one to break. You take about 5 steps and another one cracks but doesn't quite break as you pull your foot back for a second. As it's now like kind of bent and slightly cracked and everything, and you step over that one, making your way across, and finally finishing on the other side.
Yay! Oh, big deal. See? I didn't even need the rope. I've been fine. But Bear, you be careful.
Okay. First question. How far across is it? Approximately?
30
feet.
Okay. I'm going to take my rope and I'm going to like tie it under my underarms. I'm just kind of like this, take it real tight. And as I'm doing that, the thought will cross my mind. I could just stay here and wait for you guys. But then I remember that I'm in the dark by myself and I continue tying. So I get it tied, and then I like lock eyes with Asura, and whoever else is over there, like, you got me?
You can trust me. I will never drop you.
Stoic, can you help?
Of course I got you, buddy.
Valen, you got me?
Yes.
Easy, you're doing great, buddy. Keep doing what you do best.
Oh, yeah. And I cast Mage Hand that comes over and caresses Bear's face.
Well, with that, feeling a little more confidence.
Yeah. As
Why
one does.
he can stroke your face and I cannot? It's fine.
Magical strokes, completely different.
Magical strokes.
Oh.
Magical strokes for
Noted.
different folks.
And then I will very carefully, but try and also I'm from the mountains. This is not totally unnatural to me. I've been across high caverns before. So I try to get my happy place. Remember how many times I've crossed over high caverns and lived to tell the tale, and just try to remember that as I go across.
Okay. So you take a step out, being the heaviest of all of you, and immediately feeling that board bending under you, with the loudest creak, noise of all of the group. It's not the height that bothers you. You're right. I mean, you're from the mountains. It's not the height that bothers you. It's just this may have been reliable at one point, or maybe it wasn't built for Goliaths, but the bridge is not instilling confidence. And you can see the bridge is like swaying with your movement, which is even more unnerving as you're like gripping the little rope, the rope on the sides to kind of like safety ropes, like as you're like swaying and creaking and everything, and you get about a third of the way across when you hear this like shh, as the rope on your right hand just goes a little bit slack.
Nope.
As you look behind you and see some of the twine is coming undone.
Oh.
Okay.
Perhaps a little faster.
Yeah.
Run, bear, run!
Some urgency.
I mean, okay, so yeah, I guess first of all, it's not like an enemy loosening, or do I know that?
Well, make a perception check.
That's not good. Perception 3.
It's a rope.
Well, all the light is on the other side, so it's pretty dim over there. But as far as you can tell, you see the rope fraying, but you're not sure what's causing it.
Okay. I'm not gonna run, but I'm gonna like go quicker.
Okay. So as you pick up your pace a little bit, hearing the boards like crack, and you actually feel one kind of give a little bit under you as you make it about halfway. You start you get a few steps past halfway, and you hear this as the rope on the right side just goes completely slack.
Okay.
And you see, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Oh no.
Can I like pull back on the rope right now?
I kind of want to do the same thing.
Hold on, what was your
That's a 6.
6?
Yep.
All right. So for you two, or Stoic, if you want to be the primary guy, then you can make an athletics check with advantage.
With advantage? Oh, with advantage? Okay.
Come on, buddy.
Natural 20.
Yes.
You roll it twice.
Bear lives.
So what happens is the right side of the bridge just goes as the rope breaks on the right side, kind of dangling it to the like this to be almost completely vertical, and you fall, just losing your grip on the left side, sliding down the bridge, and feeling your stomach just completely go as you find yourself dropping through darkness in midair for a split second before the rope around your chest tightens and the tension snaps into place as you just kind of like and you swing down and hit the side of the wall hard.
Before it tightens, I'm gonna scream out, "Terror, save me!"
You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
From
Okay, Mary Jane.
As your breath kind of leaves your lungs for a second, you have to gasp for a second as you're like dangling in complete darkness with like a little bit of a dim light above you from the tunnel where the rope is coming out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're now dangling. That was about 15 feet down.
I guess. All right. So hit the wall. Just like realize I'm not falling, and then kind of like relax a little bit and like try and grab hold of the rock wall.
Okay. There's like maybe a little bit to hold on to, but not much. Like it's not a super friendly rock climbing wall.
Okay. I'm gonna cursing giant, call all my friends, effing fat seals, pull me up, please.
We have
I'm
you,
trying.
Barry.
I got roll 20. I'm trying to pull you up.
Right. So make another athletics check with advantage.
Wait.
To pull him up if you're trying to pull him up.
Oh.
Yeah, that 20 just saved him. Like, that just prevented him from death.
Okay, that's A 14 and an 18. I'm
18.
athletic.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
It takes all four of you putting some muscle into this because he is not a small person, and he's wearing, he's got all his equipment and everything else. But he does, and you're not even able to help them very much because there's only like tiny little holds here and there, not enough to really help too much, but you're basically finally able to get him up where you're able to pull up and finally roll over onto the edge.
I like immediately like jump on like top of him and I'm like, are you okay?
I'm sorry I called you fat seals. I was really. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
And then I just want to pat his face and be like, I said I would not drop you. And then get up.
Ooh, thank you so much.
I hated every second of that.
Do you need a moment there?
Well, maybe just like a. Okay.
I don't want to be a downer, but the way out is back that way.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Was it like the bridge?
That's the thing I'm worried about.
Wait, so Stoic, are you also saying that the way is shut and the dead shall keep it? Is that what you're saying, basically?
Shut.
Oh, maybe there's a way out if we keep moving forward.
Oh man,
It's too late to turn back now.
That's right.
Baby.
Do you concur?
All right. So continuing on.
Yeah, we don't have a choice at this point.
Yep.
All right.
We are committed.
So in crossing over, you notice that on this side of the bridge, the tunnel looks a little bit more natural. Like you're not seeing the same wooden planks and just kind of clearly man-made elements. It looks like this particular tunnel, was not necessarily of the same nature, at least, as the ones you've been traveling down. Just seems a little bit more natural, with more natural, rock formations. It's not quite as smooth the walls going down. But you continue on for a ways, and eventually, still following, trying to find, coming across some more intersections and taking, the path again, trying to figure out the paths that seem to show the most travel. So following that method, you eventually come to a place where it opens up a bit, and seems to open up into kind of a mid-sized cavern, not overly large, but definitely like opening it up into to an area where the ground is a little bit uneven, and you are greeted by a smell of kind of that slightly irony smell of blood, as well as rotten flesh and some other sort of like damp smell that you can't quite place. And so if you like hold your light up and everything like that, you can see the ceiling kind of opens up and just like stalactites hanging down maybe 20-30 feet up, and it kind of widens out, and there's a place where it kind of goes up a little ways, and as you're kind of looking around this cavern, you hear a movement, what sounds like a scraping sound. And then you hear this.
Oh god. Oh god.
As you see up over this place where it rises, you see this head rise up with like long, scraggly black hair and these yellowish eyes reflecting in the lamplight. As you see this head, probably, a good, at least 2 feet wide, rise up into this hulking figure with this greenish, like pockmarked skin and these teeth that are like sharp, but not well cared for, almost half rotten. As you see, actually, Bear, you actually know what this is because you've run into something very similar to it in your time growing up.
Okay.
As you are facing a troll.
Oh boy.
And it is eyeing you guys, and you just hear it just bares its teeth with long claws. It like brings up out of its hands. It just goes, and then that's where we're going to leave it.
Of course. Yep.
This gives me so much anxiety.
What a troll!
Nice.
Can't help it. Can't help it.
Oh god.
Oh man. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
Yep.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
That's
Little anxiety ridden.
Yeah, fun. Totally fun.
No, it's fine.
Very
It's fine.
wonderful.
My heart rate is still like, not okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I mean, fun
How are
is
you?
one word you could use. There's a bunch of other 4-letter words that could be used, but
Man.
Like
You did good. I mean, you handled the skeleton fight really well. You took
Right.
out the minotaur really quickly.
Jeez.
Those
that was
natural
crazy.
20s, man.
Yeah.
the
Tara,
natural 20s were awesome.
what was
It
the
gets tanky.
what was the arrow? What did it say?
Oh, yeah. So the arrow that I chose for my very first one ever was boom.
That was
Boo.
a boom.
Nice.
Started strong with a boom.
I like it.
Nice.
If I had done 2, I probably would have done eat shit, but it's a good one to start with.
Eat shit.
See, I'm glad.
I'm so excited for these arrows. I'm so excited.
glad I gave you a good vocabulary to work with.
You did. You gave me a great vocabulary to work with.
The key is to like not give too much. You got to give just enough to let the creativity just flow.
Mhm. Mhm.
Nice.
Is
Did you,
Boom followed up?
I'm sorry?
I was gonna say, is boom followed up by the next arrow, shakalaka?
That would be good.
It has to be now. Yes.
Has to be now.
Well, you almost died twice.
Hmm.
Or at least had something very bad happen. Man, when that skeleton tried to throw you off, I was like, oh.
I was livid. I was livid.
Oh,
How
nothing
dare
good.
it? How utterly dare it?
So my wife has brought the troll tool so that we can take on the troll.
May the force be with you.
Right.
Oh, and
Nice.
also
Is that-
with you.
Is that a Vorpal
No.
sword?
Ah!
A Vorpal?
Oh, just the hand. We don't see Ariel. We just see her hand.
The mage hand.
It looks good on camera, though.
Dum, dum,
Like-
dum, dum, dum. Yep.
It looks
Let's get on camera. What? Oh.
That was just a leg. I'm sorry.
Oh,
The
one
next-
slice of my hand.
You'd be the
Also,
next lightsaber kid. On the internet.
Before I forget, real quick, thanks to Fatty B for hosting us, and thanks
Yes.
to
And Gorilla Mosh.
Boo
Yeah,
Snap
Gorilla
for
Mosh stuff.
the
Yeah.
follow and joining us. Yeah, Gorilla Mosh as well. Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were out there. I'm sorry.
Ooh, and we have a new follower.
Yeah.
And
We
new
have
followers.
at
Yeah, Boo
Boo
Snap.
Snap is following us now. Thanks,
Yeah.
Boo Snap.
Fantastic name.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We'll make another arrow. Main boost now.
Boo Snap.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us again. And we will be back in a couple of weeks, if not sooner, with a different game. I don't know. Who knows?
Yep.
Be
Trying things out.
sure to join our Discord and follow us on Twitter and Instagram and whatnot to find out when we do other shows.
Mm-hmm.
And, thank you for joining us, and we will see you again in 2 weeks.
Have a
Thank
good night,
you.
everybody.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.